Day 3 of the Asian Cup, and it's welcome to Canberra for the United Arab Emirates against Qatar. A head-to-head between two nations, just a short hop from each other across the Gulf Strait, but united here in their desire to launch a genuine quest for a first ever Asian Cup title. Group favourites Iran kick off later against Bahrain, so this is a wonderful opportunity to get points on the board. Certainly the misery is set to end for Arab nations one way or the other today, after defeats for Kuwait, Oman and Saudi Arabia already. But who will be the greatest satisfied? 1996 quarter-finalists, the UAE, or the emerging Qataris, who bring great form into this competition? Jamel Belmadi's team of 14 matches unbeaten and counting, with the long build-up to the World Cup 2022 in mind. The importance of solid international performances from Qatar is absolutely paramount. Well, Qatar were hosts last time when they survived the first round group stage for the first time in 4 attempts, having won only 3 of their previous 13 games at the Asian Cup finals. United Arab Emirates haven't been past the group stage since 1996, that's when they were hosts. Runners-up, their best performance to date in this elite continental competition.
And now, the national anthem of Qatar.
The stage is set then for the continuation of the Asian Cup 2015. We're in Australia. It's a splendid venue, a splendid country of sport, and we're blessed with excellent weather, actually. Rain has lashed Canberra over the last 48 hours or so, but delighted to report perfect conditions here. Omar Abdul Rahman wearing 10, and that's fitting because he is the United Arab Emirates playmaker and a golden boy, if there is one in that part of the world in terms of football superstars. He'll be supporting Ali Makbout and Ahmed Khalil. Well, the 2012 under-23 Olympic squad forms the basis of Mahdi Ali's UAE team for this competition. 6 names who competed in London starting today, including the aforementioned Makbout and Ahmed Khalil. The former was top scorer in last year's Gulf Cup, and that previous Asian Young Player of the Year. In charge today from South Korea, Kim Jong-hyuk. Ibrahim Majid, a veteran of 2 previous Asian Cups, the Qatari skipper here, veteran from Al Sadd, winning his 68th cap today. And sure to be an influential presence, really, in the heart of a Qatari team that is blended between youth and experience here, because Jamel Belmadi gambles, thrown in for his international debut today. Up front is Mohamed Trezor Abdullah. He's wearing 18, a newly naturalised Qatari who gets the nod ahead of other in-form players to start up front alongside Hassan Al Haidos, the previous Asian Champions League winner with Al Sadd. And it is the experienced Al Sadd campaigners who will form the backbone of this Qatari team. It's a slow process becoming truly competitive on the international stage, but the Qataris are building tournament by tournament, and indeed with the World Cup hosting and everything that goes along with it, expectations build on the pitch too. So a strong showing here, beginning against Mahdi Ali's United Arab Emirates, is supremely important for the Qataris, as of course it is for the UAE. That's Jamel Belmadi, 38 years of age, Algerian, who guided the Qataris through a wonderful 2014 calendar year, which saw them defeated only the once. Group C of the Asian Cup 2015. It's the United Arab Emirates, spearheaded by Omar Abdul Rahman there, against Qatar. A good start, a bright start to this competition, with group favourites Iran to make their bow later, is crucial. Kamis Ismail will look to prompt the likes of Abdul Rahman in midfield for the UAE. Qasim Bershan, who played in 2011, keeps goal again for the Qataris. And an ideal time to welcome alongside me in the commentary box, Leroy Rossignol. Interesting fixture this to kick off Group C.
A very interesting fixture, and an exciting one as well. I think both sides come into the game in positive mood. As you mentioned, Qatar, the wonderful 2014, being the crowned golf champions in November. And they're building nicely, and I just feel that Jamel Belmadi has brought an attitude, a winning attitude to the side, and they want to carry it on, obviously, in the Asian Cup.
UAE in white here, attacking a goal away to our right in Canberra, in the heart of Australia's capital territory. These sides met in the 2007 group stage. The UAE won that one, but it really is the Qataris who have been building towards this competition. They had a wonderful year last year, only defeated once by Peru. An important friendly victory over Australia. That sent a message out that Belmadi is building a serious team here.
It certainly is, and a positive team as well. You know, they'll play with a flat back four. Well, everybody in front of that back four has really got a positive nature about the way they go about their business. So that's why I'm really looking forward to this game. I saw highlights of their game against North Korea, and they were really on the front foot for the most part. You know, the fullback Abdul Karim is dynamic, he's powerful, and he certainly sets a tone in the way they want to play. Two fullbacks will push up, the two centre-halves will sit back as they have now, in possession of the ball, make the pitch nice and big, and they will try and create. And so that's what Belmadi has brought, that positive attitude.
Well, Ibrahim caught in possession there. It's Omar Abdul Rahman who slots it forward. Wearing 7 is Ali Mabkout. Tries to go round the outside of Ibrahim Majid, whose initial mistake got them into trouble. That's not what they expect from their captain so early here, and it's a set piece conceded.
Yeah, that's what Majid will be disappointed with. That start to the game. Mabkout is not only a wide player who scores goals, but he's positive as well. Takes him on the edge of the box and wins a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Yeah, early opportunity for pressure here. Emirati pressure. So, bodies in the box here. White-shirted bodies in the box. Omar Abdulrahman, 27 caps, 5 goals for the national team. The poster boy, even in his young career already, has been hampered by injury. This is a big competition for him. Can he find a colleague in the box? Well, he goes for the far post, and it's palmed away by Bershan.
Yeah, it's a good free kick. And just a little bit low, a little bit too high for anybody to able to get their head to it, but there's plenty of pace on it. Goalkeeper.
First touch there for Majed Nasser, who's an interesting character, shall we say, the United Arab Emirates goalkeeper. More of that in a moment. Just don't make him angry. Kamis Ismail there. Mohamed Abdulrahman, and then Amr Abdulrahman wearing 5. Onto a player out wide and gets it, comes back to Omar Abdulrahman, taking on 2 Qataris, and finally a challenge for Ahmed Maksud to get it away for Qatar. Fardan.
Started off well, UAE, in terms of possession. They passed the ball well, but this is what Qatar like. They like to break on the counter-attack. They've got plenty of pace in their side.
Abdul Hassan did well to keep it going. Abdulaziz Hatem. They've retained possession well here. Ahmed Maksud there wearing 23. That was Karim Boudiaf. Still have it here, Qatar. Prodded through by Al Haidos.
Karimi did well in that midfield. He'll just sit off, you know, that midfield. He'll sit in that defensive position, and he'll just dictate play.
Almost pushed through to Hatem, and Abdulrahman down for Amr Abdulrahman. Quite a way through there for Qatar.
Perfect conditions to play, isn't it? Good, beautiful setting, fantastic pitch.
Guaranteed it. Just an excellent occasion when sport is played in this part of the world. Australia, different experience last time round in Qatar.
It's interesting, both these sides, so sorry Andy, but both these sides, you know, all the players are home-based, all come from their domestic leagues. It just shows how they're progressing in their home nations. They're developing the game on a regular basis, and if you want to develop, you need to develop your game on home soil, and it's starting to come to fruition for both sides.
Salem there. Abdulrahman. Amr Abdulrahman wearing 16. Mohamed Abdulrahman. That's Mohamed, the 25-year-old from Al Ain, reigning Emirati champions. I mentioned there, Leroy, home-based players in these squads. Try to promote local talent, give them experience.
You've seen that, you know, countries try to develop the game, and what they do, they bring expensive imports into the game who stop the opportunity for their own players to develop, and especially in very young nations. You know, these are relatively young in terms of their football experience. You need to give young players a platform to go and develop, and they've done that. And now you're getting sides with, you know, lots of quality, better tactical awareness. And the coaches have developed as well. You know, I know Belmadi is an Algerian international, but he's won 2 Qatar Star titles in recent seasons, and then now he's been able to develop, and now he's got a platform on the international stage to go further. I think it's all good.
And proof that the Aspire Academy, the famed sporting facility, if you can call it that, it's more of a small self-contained town actually out in Doha, which nurtures talent, has produced 2 players in the starting lineup here, Almadi Al-Mukhtar, and bombing down the left-hand side, Abdul Hassan. So that's proof that the system is producing. All about 2022 and the World Cup.
I do like the playmaker Omar. You know, when he gets on the ball, he's always very positive, got a very cultured left foot. Very calm in possession, never gives it away. See there, looking forward, looking to be positive and get on the front foot. It's unfortunate
down there, Abdul Rahman. Caught after the ball left him. Ibrahim, who got it out to Abdul Hassan here. Deep into enemy territory again. Abdul Hassan, that'll be a feature of Qatar's play here. Comes back through Hatem, wearing 5. Boudiaf from Lequia. So far in the 2013 Asian Champions League. Hatem is Hassan. Abdul Hassan's going to whip the ball across. It was a difficult one to defend, but well played the Emiratis there.
That was a great ball in by Hassan, and Al-Kamali did brilliantly to defend it.
Khalil could be away here. Ahmed Khalil still going, and finally Maksud got back at him to just about do enough. But it looked as if he was in there, Ahmed Khalil, and it was Route 1 stuff. They were nearly caught on the counter, Qatar.
Well, they just had a great opportunity themselves, and Khalil, you know he'll do this. It's a poor attempt of a challenge from Majid, and he goes all the way. He just manages to put him off, gets his arms around him. It's lucky not to give a penalty. They think it should be a penalty, but maybe didn't do quite enough to win that award.
Well, he was certainly bearing down with intent there, Ahmed Khalil from Al Ahly, one of the more experienced players in this UAE team. 58th cap being won today by Khalil.
Comes in good form as well.
Oh, that's poor defending and lashed wide. Ali Makbout, goodness me. And you don't quite know what's affected Qatar here. Qasim Bershan makes the points. Drop kindly for Makbout.
Should do better. Just eased him out of the way. And just doesn't get it going across the queue. Doesn't get it on target. And he's a top goal scoring qualifying. He should have done better.
Now Madi Al-Mukhtar again. Caught horribly.
Look shaky, didn't they, at the back? At the moment, is it nerves? We've got to settle down. Big expectations here. They're not dealing with it very well at the moment.
Indeed, Qatar. Lucky not to concede. Ali Makbout, 24 years of age. Good Gulf of Nations Cup in 2013, which they won the UAE. But competition dominated and indeed won by Qatar last year under Belmadi. Won the West Asian Football Federation Cup 2. The under-19 team won their regional championship. It paints a rather rosy picture of Qatari football at present.
It does, and the positive nature of Belmadi, it does leave your defenders isolated at times. The two fullbacks push high up the pitch. Like as Hassan is on the ball now, as you can see now.
Here is Hassan, decided to send it in early, or as early as possible. The shot wasn't cleanly struck from Ibrahim. But he's seen a lot of the ball in the opening 10 minutes. Abdul Karim Hassan from Al Sadd.
As I said, I told you he's going to be a positive force. You know, we know how the game's played now. Fullbacks like to get forward, but him pushing forward so often has kind of like left them isolated down that right-hand side, and the UAE have got in on a couple of occasions in that space he's left behind him.
It's Qatar corner to be taken by Hassan Al Haidos. A high hanging one too. It was Majid who got his head to it. Trickles away for Boudiaf, who tries to set things up again. Oh, that's a useful ball across, and a succession of rather fortuitous touches there from white-bodied defenders. Took the ball away.
Well, Al-Mahdi was just poised just to get his head on that. It's a lovely ball, lovely flighty ball into the box, and he's just about to direct it into the net, and the slightest of touches by Al-Kamali just deflects the ball.
Another corner here for Qatar. Again, they win it. It was Majid that time.
They'll be feeling a little bit better after that period of pressure. They're big and strong, and from set pieces they do cause a threat.
Majid Nasser, 30 years of age, from Al Ahly. His career has been littered with a succession of bans and bad incidents and general disreputable behaviour. Not to put too fine a point on it, but he is the #1 in the squad for this competition. Shot on the volley might break kindly again for Makbout and Khalil, who are proving constant thorns in the side of the Qataris. Mohamed Abdelrahman, the forward as well.
Well, I mean, he's tried to really hit this on the half volley, and he's fallen nicely to Makbout, who's controlled it brilliantly, and then just a sidestep and can't quite get his shot off.
Omar Abdelrahman. Can they defend it cleanly this time? Possession swiftly back with UAE. And they do look a little vulnerable at the back here, Qatar. Here's Omar Abdelrahman.
I did say before the game, you know, I was excited about this game because I think both sides feel they've got a chance of getting on the board with a win, and in a group that does contain Iran, as you said, the favourites, it's going to be very important, and they've both started the game feeling that they can create opportunities. They just need to take one at the moment. There's been good opportunities, but neither of them had the quality as yet to get their noses in front.
Omar Abdelrahman, he potentially has the quality. Sankor is the overlapping player on the right, poked out by Abdul Hassan. Abdulaziz Sankor here, one of the 2012 Olympic contingent. Khalil can do nothing with that, and Qatar threaten another breakaway. Was up towards Mohamed Trezor Abdullah, who's not been able to show anything thus far, the 27-year-old debutant.
Not really got into the game, has he? And had a touch.
Hatem gave the ball away there for Qatar. Here's Walid Abbas. Mohamed Abdelrahman. It's poked out for a UAE throw. Abdelrahman ran away from him, and then he caught Abdul Hassan. Played for Marseille, most notably, Jamel Belmadi, PSG, and a brief stint actually at Manchester City.
That's right, yeah, he's a very successful Algerian international as well. And so he's done it at the highest level. Still a very young coach in terms of his age, he's at 38. But an ambitious one. I think he just fits the remit perfectly. Only recently just come into the fold, but he's got a good record, as I said, won 2 titles, really good playing career, and he's got his ideas across very quickly to the Qatari side.
Here's Sankor. Al-Madi Al-Mukhtar, one of the Aspire graduates. Al-Hamadi and Abdelrahman sends it long in the direction of Ahmed Khalil here, who takes Majid away with him, and Majid just gets a toe end on it, so corner here for the UAE. That was Ahmed Khalil again racing away.
Very nervous at the back. Majid had that covered, and Qasem, Qatari goal, comes racing out when there's no need to. Unfortunately, his centre-half dealt with it.
Mohamed Abdelrahman of Al Ain here. It's only his 4th cap. Cross it comes, misjudged by the goalkeeper. And Qasem Bershan, a very fortunate character there, bailed out by Ibrahim Majid.
That's 2 poor decisions he's made in quick succession. It's a good header at the back post by his the defensive partner, but again he's making the decisions not based on the flight of the ball there. He's just decided before that ball's come in the box, I'm going to come and get that, and he was made to look silly.
Abdelrahman, loose layoff. That was Mac Boots trying to just bustle his way into proceedings. Omar Abdul Rahman, he really is the player to whom they look. Born in Saudi Arabia, actually, Riyadh, but relocated with his parents as a youngster. Part of the senior team, 4 years now, played in the Asian Games 2010.
Yeah, the only surprising thing, Anne, is that we haven't had a goal as yet. You know, we had plenty of opportunities at both ends, some through good play, a lot through poor defending. It's been a little bit shaky. They need to settle down.
Ismail won the header. Might break for Ibrahim. Here's Sankor. Given away by Abdulaziz Sankor. Here's Abdul Hassan. Still going Hassan. Was he clipped by Abdul Rahman? No, says the South Korean referee. Abdul Rahman away again. Amr Abdul Rahman. Banias player, Amr Abdul Rahman. Here he is again. Looking to work an opening for the UAE, and Sankor. Belmadi very animated on the touchline here. Comes back for Amr Abdul Rahman. Sankor, just no way through, really.
It's easy. I mean, it gets much too tight to him. He's going absolutely nowhere. He's got nowhere to go and gives away. Well, he's actually only given away a throw, but I thought it was a free kick that he was needlessly given away.
Sankor. Coop, very short for it. Might feel he was barged in the back there. That was Hatem. And then on by Karim Boudiaf. It's back for Ahmed Magsoud. Lifted over the top. One at the back by Al Kamali. Good strong defensive header that. Walid Abbas. Then for Amr Abdul Rahman, to his namesake Omar, who tries to shepherd it on first time and succeeds. On for Ali Mabkouts here. Khalil forward too. Omar Abdul Rahman back towards Mabkouts. Away by Majid. And Mohamed there with an opportunity.
And, I mean, they're just letting them turn, the Qataris, and it drops out to Mohamed, takes one touch and really should do a little bit better. But at the moment, they're very loose at the back, Qatar.
No goals thus far in Group C of the Asian Cup. UAE 0, Qatar 0. Kaufan Ibrahim. Main story really of the opening stages has been Qatari vulnerability at the back. And certainly the UAE have not taken the best of the chances on offer.
Smeals is a little bit too strong with that challenge on this occasion. But the UAE will be delighted with the way they've started. Their front three of Amal, Mabkouts and Khalil are causing this back four all sorts of problems. They're frightened at their pace, and all of a sudden when they're getting the ball into the feet, they're allowing them to turn and run at them, and that's the last thing you want to do. You need to get tight, make them go away from your own goal. So they'll be encouraged by the first 20 minutes or so of this time.
UAE have been knocked out of the Asian Cup at the group stage in each of the last 3 tournaments. To manage a goal in Qatar in 2011. Easy to forget. This team did actually qualify for a World Cup. It's a generation ago now. Frightening to think that Italia 90 is exactly that. But at their best moment, really, on the senior international stage.
Seems like yesterday.
Hatem. This is looking promising for Qatar. Bilal Hamadi going. Plenty of bodies were square there. Couldn't find the colleague, though. Back with Hatem. That's slotted through, and an opportunity for Abdullah, and the follow-up is in. Qatar breakthrough. Khalfan Ibrahim, they kept the attack going, and Majed Nasser has to pick the ball out of the nets. Qatar off and running in the Asian Cup 2015.
Well, that's a little bit against the run of play, but it's a terrific finish by Khalfan. Nasser does extremely well in the first instant. It's a through ball, and it's Trésor makes a lovely darting run in behind the second centre half, gets his toe there. Nasser makes a save, but this is a difficult technique. Lovely volley, and you know what, I think the keeper's touch. Nasser takes it away from Al Kamali, who's on the line, who could head it away, but it's a lovely finish by Khalfan. Great technique, good volley. Yeah, you see the slides and touches, just take it away from the centre half, who I think is primed just to head that away, and delight for Belmadi on the bench.
That is exactly what he wants from the experienced campaigner Khalfan Ibrahim Belmadi. 23rd international goal, he's done it again. It really was splendid technique, as you said. And here they come again with Abdul Hassan still going. There are players square. Away by Abdul Rahman. And it was the first sign, really, of anything from Mohamed Trésor Abdullah as well. That little toe end on it, only half saved by Nasser.
It's a terrific run off him. Off the first centre half, just bent his run to make sure he was onside. It's a lovely ball through to him, beautifully weighted. And, you know, I think the UAE will think a little bit hard done by. You know, they controlled the game, had the better opportunities, and they find themselves a goal down. And all of a sudden, Qatar have their tails up, and they're looking at a much more confident side.
That was won by Majid. This is the busy Hassan Al Haidos. It's away from Abdul Rahman. Ahmed Maksud patiently comes all the way back to Majid.
My word, he's looked shaky in that Qatar goal. Qasim, his decision-making's been poor. But here's a goal again. This wasn't poor. Khalfan, great technique. And you just feel the defender's just about to head that away. He just needs to give the keeper a shout. He doesn't get it. There's a little bit of a panic, and he tips it into his own goal. But look, you have to give credit to Khalfan. He's on the score sheet again, and it's just what Qatar needed. At a time where they were looking a little bit shaky, all of a sudden they look a different side, full of confidence, on the front foot, trying to press and make it difficult for the UAE.
What can Mahdi and his team find in response to that? Well, Ahmed Khalil there from Al Ahly does pose something of a physical threat alongside Ali Mabkout up there. And they're going to pile players forwards, needs superior delivery really, and Amer Abdul Rahman is going to take over from Mohamed Abdul Rahman.
Going for an in-swinger now. Maybe put this keeper under a little bit of pressure.
Indeed, that's a decent delivery, and the goalkeeper was under pressure, and he was equal to it. There were bodies flying in there, a couple of them queuing up, but Qasim Bershan there just dropping down to his left.
Well, I've criticised him for his performance up to date, but can't criticise him there. That's a terrific save. It's an excellent header as well from Khalil. Heads it down, does everything he should do, and he gets both hands to it and makes a strong save.
Mabkout here with the corner. It's a risky move there from Abdul Rahman. He got it across. A rather hopeful tumble from Amer Abdul Rahman. There's Omar again. And that results in nothing for the UAE.
I just thought that was disappointing to go for a short corner. Just to put the ball in the box, the keeper's had to make a decent save. He'd gone for a short corner, it's all come to nothing. I thought that was a poor decision. Again, put that ball in the box and see how they deal with it. And they didn't do that. That save will give him confidence, the goalkeeper. As I said, shaky start, and many of his touches have been poor, but that was a terrific save to keep the scoreline at 1-0.
That's very casual. Safely won by Ibrahim Majid. Here's Omar Abdul Rahman, and plays it in early. Ahmed Khalil here. Khalil with a low ball across, cheekily defended. Ali Mabkout now, rather clumsy challenge. Mabkout went down, and referee, not interested. That was looking promising for the United Arab Emirates.
The referee Kim Jong-un was in a terrific position to make the decision. I think he made the right decision. The ball just seemed to get away from Mabkout and didn't take his shot when he should have done. He'll be disappointed because he's got a couple of good situations where he hasn't taken advantage.
Abdul Rahman caught in possession. Maybe guilty of being a bit over-intricate at times. Khalfan Ibrahim, great surging run from the goal scorer for Qatar. Back to Khalfan Ibrahim and then Abdelaziz Hatem. And, oh, well, Abdul Hassan gave it the hammer. Splendid hit, and it really wasn't far away into that side netting. Lightning break, though, lightning bolt there from Qatar.
He loves to get forward, Abdul Karim, from this left-hand side. That's an excellent strike. It just seems to fade at the end. This is the opportunity for Mabkout at the other end. Is there a penalty? Not enough for me from Karim. Maybe just gets a little bit of the ball.
What a weapon they have, though, down this left-hand side with Abdul Karim Hassan. Here he is again. Very good first half here for Belmadi and Qatar.
Well, it has up to now in terms of the scoreline, but you know, UAE have had some good opportunities, haven't taken them, and they still look a little bit shaky at the back because of the way they want to play. Look at the two centre-halves are split, the midfield players dropped in behind them, the full-backs are playing as wide men, and I mean, he'll be happy that they've got their noses in front, but he knows they need to defend better.
That was Karim Boudiaf. Al Haidos, he's very busy. Caught in possession as well there. Tidied up by Walid Abbas and Amir Abdul Rahman. This is where they need to inject a bit more pace into things. Comes back to Amir Abdul Rahman. Now use Sankor here down the right-hand side. Ahead of him, Mabkout. Here is Ali Mabkout. Nice link-up play. And knocked off balance. Will just receive the free kick here for the UAE, Abdelaziz Sankor.
Aziz again getting too tight, wrong side as well, giving away a cheap free kick. You have to say that United Arab Emirates have engineered some great positions for their front three, and they haven't really taken advantage as yet.
Abdul Rahman, that's a poor delivery. Breaks for Sankor, that's more like it. And the connection from Hamdan Al-Kamali was wayward, but disappointing cross to begin with there from Abdul Rahman.
It was a much better cross from Sankor, you're absolutely right. And Al-Kamali, the big centre-half, gets across that near post area. Well, he just tries to redirect it into the far post. He's unfortunate there.
Progression from this group being rewarded with a tie with any two from Japan, Jordan, Iraq and Palestine. It's in Group D. Japan clear favourites for that section. Mohamed Abdul Rahman there. He's running it into the corner.
Ahmadi had to get back and defend on this occasion.
And Mohamed Abdul Rahman will take it, comes into the near post.
Poor from Mohamed. Not missing out that first man. You know, your two centre-halves have to make their way back.
Abdul Rahman, that was Mohamed Salem. White shirts forward here for the UAE. Drops for Omar Abdul Rahman. He tries to scoop it through for Khalil. That's Maksud grounded for Qatar.
He just stood his ground and took a hit on the knee. Looks sore. When your knee's planted and somebody runs at you, it's maybe just extended that knee a little bit too far. An important player for Qatar.
Yeah, and he looks genuinely injured here, the 25-year-old. Ahmed El Sayed Maksud from Salal. Relative newcomer to the team, broke into the squad last year. That's the challenge.
I mean, Abbas is just running at pace, and the one thing you can say there, at least his foot wasn't planted. When his foot planted and you take a whack, that's when you're really concerned. But it's certainly it's more than a blow. It looks like a blow to the calf, and it looks like he's going to have an opportunity, maybe just to run that one off.
Maksud determined to run off this knock.
It's a bone-on-bone knock, and they are very, very sore. But you find that you can run those off. It's at half-time. You'll have to keep that moving to make sure that he can continue. So I think he'll be okay. But he's a big, strong lad, and he won't want to miss out on this.
Wide by Khalfan Ibrahim. Boudiaf. Up there to Trezor Abdullah, another rare touch for the newcomer, Abdulaziz Hatem.
His touches have been there, but I tell you what, the few touches he's had, they've been decent. If they can get the ball into him on a bit more of a regular basis, he could be a threat.
And unsurprisingly here, the yellow card is going to come out for the foul on Mohamed Trezor Abdullah for Walid Abbas.
He's late. He has got his eyes on the ball. He actually just pulls away from the challenge. I think he's a little bit unfortunate, but his leg is high from the referee, where the referee sees it. It gives him no option but to show him the yellow card.
Walid Abbas has bad memories of 4 years ago in Qatar. He scored an own goal in injury time when they lost to Iran. And might have put his team in jeopardy here. Hassan Al-Haidos will take it. Three players looking to get on the end of it. Only the one white shirt there, but one was enough.
Great delivery from that position. He managed just to curl it, and it's Trezor again who's trying to get on the end of it. But Sankor defended well at the far post, stood his ground. It's just make sure the keeper can't quite come for it. Trezor does manage to get the first touch, and it's just put off by Sankor.
So, once again, it'll be Al-Haidos here for Qatar. Finally, the movement comes from the players in the middle. Al-Haidos plays it straight into that near post, where it's safely guided away. Up to Omer Abdul Rahman, who's rather isolated up there. Finally, support arriving. Here's Ali Mabkout. Oh, there were options there for the UAE, and Mabkout just got a little overexcited.
It's a chance, an opportunity. It was a 4-on-3 at one point.
Sankor, and now momentum has gone. Sankor needed a good delivery. Abdul Rahman, he tried to slot it across. It wouldn't break for Ahmed Khalil. Goalkeeper makes a mess. Sankor's there, back across it comes. Must be, and is finally for Ahmed Khalil. The UAE get a ping-pong style equaliser, but they're level here against Qatar. 1-1.
It wasn't the most majestic of goals, but I tell you what, it was effective. They kept the ball alive. Omar did brilliantly in the first instant, as the ball comes across there. It's not the greatest of crosses, but he gets his foot in there. I thought this might have been a little bit of a foul, but the referee didn't see it the same. But they keep the ball alive. Kassim makes a terrible decision. It's an awful punch. The header goes in. It's well defended, and Khalil gets a little bit of luck, follows it up. Feels unfortunate not to score with a header, but he gets the rebound. Not sure how much he knows about it, but he knows about it now. It's 1-1.
For all Qatar and Belmadi's lofty ambitions in this competition, that is not the sort of goal a genuine title contender concedes, is it? It's a comedy of errors, particularly actually from Bershan, the goalkeeper.
Exactly. I mean, I did say that I've criticised him. He's made a good save from the corner just 5 or 10 minutes ago, but he makes poor decisions. And not only did he make a poor decision, but when he got there, it was a very poor punch. He punched it down into the ground, gave himself no time to make the ground back into his goal. And UAE deservedly get back on level terms.
And UAE back on scoring terms for the finals of an Asian Cup.
I think they deserve it, you know, and then the balance of this first half, you know, they would feel unfortunate to be a goal down. Yes, Qatar have been better since they scored the goal, but UAE have got themselves into some excellent situations and situations that they'd engineered themselves. The goal that led to them getting their equaliser has come from some more poor defending from Qatar, but they won't worry about that too much.
UAE coming forward again here. Omar Abdul Rahman tries to be too intricate. He's a frustrating player. And Khamis Ismail failed to keep his shot down.
He's frustrated. All he needs to do is turn himself and take the shot on himself. He's gone for the 1-2, but he didn't recognise there's no one behind him. He's got space to turn and hit his shot. And they're looking very shaky at the back. There he is. He just turn and try and get your shot off. He does manage to set it off to the side, but his shot doesn't hit the target from Ismail.
Ansari tried the header. He tries to do things with a flourish, does Omar Abdul Rahman, in true playmaker number 10 wearing style.
You don't want to take that away from him, because that's the nature of his game. He's a creator. He wants to. He's someone who relishes being the provider rather than the goal scorer. But when you've got space in the box and you're allowed to turn, you need to take that opportunity. And I mean, he'll be kicking himself a little bit.
Went for a trial at Manchester City with Omar Abdul Rahman. Didn't quite work out. Likewise, Amir Abdul Rahman went to Blackburn to spend a couple of weeks there. 2013, again, neither were handed serious deals.
Look, there's no doubt both of these players can play. You just look at maybe the physicality of this. They're strong enough and quick enough.
And clearly on the international radar.
Absolutely.
As well.
I mean, it's not all about strength and pace and power. But Omar at Man City, imagine training with people like David Silva. It would have been a fantastic experience for him, and you know, that's the level he'd want to get to. So it would have been a positive experience whether he'd been taken on or not.
So Khalfan Ibrahim in the 22nd minute with a goal cancelled out by Khalil there. It was that player, Ahmed Khalil, who scored UAE's last goal in the finals of an Asian Cup. That was in 2007. It was a last-minute winner against the Qataris.
Nice, Montari's gone down, just holding his face. Not sure what went on here. Look, they're both of them going for the ball. Look, it's
Salem, that's nothing.
That's nothing. It's enough because he's just using his arms. He's absolutely fine. He's got the free kick that he wanted.
Yep, free kick here for Qatar. Participating in their 9th Asian Cup here in Australia.
Taking a bit of time to get this wall organised. Imagine who's lining it up.
It's the skipper. It's Ibrahim Majid. What a run-up as well. Ibrahim Majid. Oh dear, well, you wonder if you're about to witness something special. Occasionally it happens, but not there for Kalfan Ibrahim.
The run-up promised so much. You know, it's a massive build-up and a massive letdown. He's just trying to hit it much too hard and not rely on his technique to hit the target. Came into the tournament, Khalil in good form. I think got a hat-trick against Lebanon. And sometimes when you're in that sort of form, you get a little bit of luck. Yeah, it'll be unfortunate he didn't feel without scoring at the header, but the rebound comes straight back to him, hits him on the thigh, and ends up in the back of the net. And he deserves that. He's been positive. He's been prominent in all good things that they've done going forward.
Very good scoring record as well. Goal number 25 there for UAE in 58 caps.
That's a terrific record, isn't it? It's better than 1 in 2.
Ali Ali coached the Olympic team in 2012, which was the first time a UAE team had made an Olympic football finals. Under 23 competition, that indeed was the building blocks really for this team. Abdul Rahman, well, that's a thumping challenge, and another one comes in on his namesake thereafter, and it all threatens to just get a little bit ugly. Kim Jong-hyuk there to just try and diffuse some flaring tempers, including that of Hassan Al Haidos, who gets involved. Ahmed Maksoud too.
I think Omar was upset with the first challenge, which I thought was it was a strong challenge. And Ahmed.
And it's still threatening to get out of hand.
There's the first challenge where he wins the ball, but then he just, that's a poor challenge, the second one.
Well, our friend the director here chooses to cut away. We see that all is still not exactly well down there. Montari is, well, storm clouds are gathering in more ways than one.
Yeah, and Ahmed, who took that whack, has received his yellow card. Maybe still feeling a little bit sore from the injury received not too long ago, but you can't do that. The first challenge was strong, the second was certainly a little bit over the top. He's fortunate to get away with just yellow.
Omar Abdul Rahman, and they move it short. Sankor back to Abdul Rahman. Khalil tries to weave his way through and play the 1-2 with Amr Abdul Rahman, but Qatar, who always looked like they could do something on the break, are unable quite there to keep it going. The free kick all the way back there on Ibrahim.
Yeah, don't mind strong challenges, but it'll be a shame if this game gets a little bit out of hand, because it's been played in good spirit. Both sides have been really positive. It's been strong, but it's been fair. And let's keep it that way.
Khalil. Amr Abdul Rahman. And again, Kamis Ismail there. Mohamed Abdul Rahman on the overlap. Sankor quite in tune there though.
Mohamed just swapped flanks for the moment, just come over to this right-hand side.
Qatar have wasted the chance to get it clear. It's through for Khalil once more, who slipped as he hit it. Mabkout was square. When are Qatar going to learn? Committing basic defensive errors here. Okay, it's 1-1, but they should be out of sight by now.
It should be lovely ball by Omar through the legs, and Khalil, I thought the goalkeeper showed him quite a lot of that far post, and he's really gone to hit the corner. Maybe he should be just going to hit it just to the side of the keeper, make sure he hits the target. He'll be disappointed. Another good opportunity goes begging. That's when Omar's at his best. You know, we said about him being a creator. That is a lovely ball, you know, straight through the legs of Majid, the captain, and he's created lots of great opportunities. And I like the way they've mixed it up. As I just said, Mohamed's come over to this right-hand side, and now Omar's gone to just drifting behind the front players. I think it's Mukut who's gone out to that left-hand side. They're all interchangeable, so that makes it even more difficult for Qatar to focus on how they're going to defend.
Really should be leading here, the UAE. Mohamed Abdul Rahman tries to get past Abdul Hassan unsuccessfully. Salem, Amr Abdul Rahman, Omar, and then Abdulaziz Sankor.
Looks a flamboyant character. He loves to play his football with style. but also with purpose. You know, he wants to make things happen. He wants his team to score goals, and he's not just a showman.
Well, that's half-time in Canberra. Hugely entertaining stuff, really, as Group C opens up at the Asian Cup, and a little bit of needle to add to the proceedings as well as that first half progressed. It is 1-1 here between the United Arab Emirates and Qatar, and the players making friends there. That's Al Haidos and Abdul Rahman as they go in at half-time. Kalfan Ibrahim gave the Qataris the lead. Ahmed Khalil equalised in the 37th minute. 1-1 at the break. So the second half is upon us here in Canberra. Omar Abdul Rahman, the UAE playmaker, has done his best to forge an advantage for his team here against Qatar, and for all the talk of them being the form team, which indeed they were coming into this tournament, the Qataris, nothing can account for stage fright, can it? We're seeing a change here. Boualem Kouki is coming on for Qatar in this second half from Al Arabi to win his 12th cap, so more beef to the midfield maybe here.
Yeah, he's coming on for Karim, who you know, I thought would just be have more of a positive approach in that first half. Didn't really get on the ball as we know he can. So they've changed things around slightly.
Amr Abdul Rahman. UAE with some early territory in this second half. A lot of what they did was good. Finishing, not so much. It's away by Majid, who had a shaky opening.
Boualem's gone on over to that left-hand side, and Ahmed and Aziz are now the two central midfield players. They've almost gone to a 4-4-1-1 formation now, Qatar. And they did need to change something. They just didn't have the platform to go and win this game in the first half. UAE dominated possession from the main part and created the best chances. So there's been a reaction for Belmadi. Let's see if it's a positive change.
Certainly a positive reaction to the early setback of an opening day defeat when they hosted this competition 4 years ago, as Uzbekistan beat them 2-0 in the opener at the Khalifa in Doha. But two victories followed against China and against Kuwait, which saw them through to the quarter-final. Valiant effort against Japan, who went on to win the competition. They were only beaten by a goal in the last minute, which I'm told that very nearly caused a riot in Doha that day. But another indication of their improving experiences at big tournaments. And as well, a number of the players have had club success, played in the biggest arenas, had success with the Asian Champions League. Including the man on the ball there, Al Haidos. Yeah, it looked like a handball. It was Al Haidos again launching the attack with the ball to the substitute, Boualem Kouki.
Handball on the second touch there, no complaints there from Boualem, the substitute. They need to get Montari into the game. You know, when they did get him into the game, he showed some real quality, certainly for the goal, and the few touches he had, he brought the attacking midfield players into the game, but it just hasn't seen enough of the ball for me. Whereas the United Emirates front three have had plenty of the ball and had plenty of opportunities because of that.
Abdul Rahman, but Amir Abdul Rahman, and then Sankor. Going to be patient with it again here. Amir Abdul Rahman finally tries to dink it in there to Mohamed Abdul Rahman. Here's Omar Abdul Rahman. Here's Walid Abbas. Cross comes in early, easily met by Al Mukhtar. Al Haidos.
Trezor just caught on the ball there.
Abdul Rahman, Mabkut back for Abdul Rahman, just body in the way.
Not quite happened for Mabkut today. There's a lovely ball into him by Omar. He's tried to give the return pass to Omar, and that's been the story of the game so far for him.
Abdul Rahman with the UAE corner, and that's safer hands from Qasim Bershan.
It's better, and a good throw as well.
Excellent throw out. Abdullah with Al Haidos ahead of him. No way through. Well defended by Al Kamali, who launches it long for Ali Mabkut. And Mabkut again, chasing down Abdullah.
Yeah, Trezor is now at the fullback. I think that's a foul the other way. He stops Mabkut actually getting to the ball. Mabkut is just going for the ball. He's not even thinking about the ball and just holds him off, and he gets a free kick. And for me, being the next centre forward, Andy, that's always a free kick to the front man.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Qatar are playing their 30th match in the finals of the Asian Cup here, and they've managed only 6 victories. Oh, well, that was Walid Abbas diving into the challenge. He was clipped. Al-Mahdi Al-Mukhtar left his leg in, so a very good opportunity here for the UAE.
Al-Mahdi was just a little bit disorientated from the first challenge. He's wrestled with Khalil, he gets up, and he's just late there on that Abbas. Unfortunately, it's just inches outside the box.
Right on the edge here. Ahmed Khalil has taken control of the situation. Abbas moves into the mixer. They normally leave them for Omar Abdul Rahman.
Just two in the wall.
Joins the wall there with Ahmed Maqsood, if you can call it that.
Well, it's just two in the wall, and just I'm thinking, you know, Khalil's going to take this on and have a shot on goal. Oh, there you go. There's the extra man.
Al Haidos joins that wall, if you can call it that. Khalil, and it found its way through. That seemed like a soft goal, but Ahmed Khalil won't worry. It's his second, it's the UAE's second, and they have come from behind to now lead Qatar by 2-1.
Well, I did say he'd take it on and hit the target, and Qasim doesn't do great. Yes, he does have bodies coming in front of him, and they should have been kept out. They drop him much too early, which makes it difficult for him. He's unsighted, and it also dips just before it gets him. Look at the dip on that, but he should do better. His concentration is taken by the runs in front of him. He should have been concentrating on the ball. And Khalil, a little bit fortunate that he's got his second, but if you get on free kicks and you hit the target, you get your rewards.
What about this? The in-form Qatar is trailing to the United Arab Emirates. A far more modest unit, really, steered by Mahdi Ali. And it's rich reward, this, for his tenure at the helm of various UAE youth teams, including that Olympic squad in 2012. He's been part of the federation for just over a decade now, and started with the under-16s, under-17s and so on.
I like that path for a coach, you know, at international level.
The shot was deflected, and although Nasser scrambles across, I don't think he was ever truly troubled here, but Qatar showing something straight away at the other end.
Well, they've reacted positively to going the 2-1 down. But as I said, I love that path that Mahdi Ali has taken, coming through the youth ranks at international level, and deserves his opportunity. And you can see, look at the way they play. They know what they're all about.
Al Haidos with a corner there for Qatar. They had the skipper up there, Ibrahim Majid, leaping far side. Omar Abdul Rahman is beaten to it by Abdul Hassan. The cross is thrashed away. Ahmed Maqsood gives it for Abdul Hassan, who's caught in possession high up the pitch, and then chops down Abdul Rahman.
He did well to retrieve that Abdul Karim. There was a break on, he lost possession, but reacted quickly to dispossess Amir, who's was trying to get his pass off to Omar, but it was a fair challenge.
What a turnaround for the UAE after that miserable campaign in Qatar in 2011. 0-0 with North Korea. They lost to Iraq. They were beaten 3-0 by Iran.
Shouldn't be surprised though by their performance. You know, unbeaten in qualifiers, and they won 5, I think, and drew 1 and scored goals. So you know, they're just taking that form into this game.
Yeah, that is a fair point, of course, contrasted with Qatar's form across the year with 2 tournament victories.
He's got to be careful. Ahmed has already picked up a booking. Just pointing at the referee isn't going to. He's going to make sure the referee remembers you the next time he makes a challenge. I mean, that was a decent challenge. He did get the ball, but the referee thought it was dangerous, and I think that's because of his past history in this game.
Kamis Ismail from Al Jazeera, one of the 2012 Olympic squad members. Standing over it here.
But what he wants to do is make sure he hits the target. The goalkeeper's a little bit shaky every time that ball goes anywhere near the target, so maybe just a little bit less power and just get it to dip in front of that keeper.
Right, which indeed he does. He has spilled it, and Ali Mabkout is in for number 3 for the UAE. Well, you called that bang on, Leroy. Ismail, heard you. Sent it straight there at Qasim Bershan, who spilled it dreadfully. And on a plate for Mabkout, and the UAE are roaring away now.
He does well, Ismail, because again, he just comes off the power. That's a dips in front of the keeper. I mean, that's a simple catch that Qasim should make, but he's so shaky at the moment and nervous. He should take that. His technique is all over the place. And Mabkout, who hasn't had the best of games, gets his reward. He's kept going, he's kept getting in those positions. He gets on the front foot. He's the first man to the ball. And it's an easy finish for him. And it's 3-1, and he's delighted. They've turned it around, and they've turned it around in style.
Well, the top scorer in qualifying, Ali Mabkout, keeps the run going into the finals of this Asian Cup. He knocked in 5 in the qualifying stage for this competition, the Gulf Cup. And he was there in 2012, played against GB amongst others, Uruguay and Senegal, and now has a goal, his 21st at international level at the Asian Cup finals.
And when it came from a free kick, that really wasn't a free kick, and Ahmed would be cursing because he knows it wasn't a free kick.
Al Haidos there, the goalkeeper at the other end, Nasser, called into action, and his reflexes were sharp.
Yeah, it certainly was, and they needed that. But as I was saying, Ahmed would be disappointed the referee gave the free kick, but because of his previous, in terms of his aggression in the tackle, that's why the referee gave it, and they suffer for it now. But they need to really get a hold back in this game. They've lost their way. They haven't got forward with any quality in the second half, Qatar, and Belmadi's got real concerns now.
That's a bit loose from Majed Nasser, giving it straight away there for Muntari, and no foul, says Kim Jong-hyuk. Swung long. Oh, and they're looking very vulnerable. Khalil, who of course is on the hat-trick, will try and hold it up. Khalil, finally Abdul Rahman giving him someone to aim for in the middle. You fear for Qatar every time UAE swing that ball forward. Abdul Rahman will go for goal and find the side netting Mohamed Abdul Rahman. Embarrassment of numbers coming forward for the UAE.
It looked more spectacular than it actually was. He misses it in their post, which is a crime in itself. But they'll just feel that Qatar, everything's going against them. You know, fan goes down at one end. I think it's a free kick. The referee deems it to be a dive, and Qatar break, and so UAE break and almost get a fourth.
Al Haidos tries to thread it across for Muntari. And again, Hassan Al Haidos. If anyone has the quality to try and work their way through, it is Hassan Al Haidos. And the cross was swung in, but claimed by Nasser, who it appears was caught in the face.
It's a frustration from Muntari. I think it's just a flailing arm. He's going for the ball. Let's look at his left arm there. Yeah, it's just a glancing blow. There's no real malice in that. And Mohammed just apologising for maybe not getting that ball across the keeper and on target. Yeah, his first touch is good. Hits it with power, but yeah, misses it well at the near post. Doesn't really ever bother Kasim.
Could add to a really interesting competition if the UAE can see this out. Australia aiming to become the first host to win the Asian Cup since Japan all the way back in 1992. Japanese reigning champions, winner of 4 of the last 6. To lie in wait maybe for one of these 2 in the quarterfinals. Abdul Rahman, UAE, with bodies forwards once more. Khalil for Abdul Rahman, and then Mohammed Abdul Rahman. He was certainly caught after the ball went there.
No reactions from him though, just carried on, got on the ball again, wants to run the game. And that's why they're a threat, UAE, because people like Omar, Mamputi's got his goal, Khalil's got a couple of goals. They got a goal threat from all over from that front 3 right across the front line. Mohammed, I think it looks like he's able to get on the score sheet as well. When you've got that threat in the tournament, you're going to be dangerous.
We're going to see more cards. What colour remains to be seen. Al Haidos. Some of these challenges from the Qataris are very snappy. There's one from the men in white. It's a yellow card for Hamdan Al Kamali, and not surprisingly, because the Qataris were away there with Boualem Kouki.
Just pulls him back by the arm. Al Kamali, who's been, I must say, I think he's been the best defender on the pitch today in terms of his positioning and his power. This time, his position was just caught the wrong side and had to be cynical. They didn't get too carried away. They need to settle down, Qatar. There's plenty of time here, half an hour left in the game.
Qatar heading for another disastrous opening day defeat. As you said, there is still time. Boualem Kouki, and that wasn't far away. The substitute took aim there.
Be more confident when that ball's going towards Nasser's goal. You see, he just takes his arms away right at the last moment. He knows that that's not on target.
Al Haidos, picked up by Ismail. They've just grown in confidence the longer this match has continued, the United Arab Emirates. No more Khalfan Ibrahim. On will come a striker, Ismail Mohammed from the Queer. That's maybe surprising. 2-time QSL winner. Hasn't scored for the national team, Mohammed, but now they would love a goal from him now.
To be fair, apart from the goal, Khalfan, he hasn't really been able to get into the game. But that's not. I don't think that's been his fault. I don't think he's had a lot of decent service into him. We've been saying that Muntari hasn't had a touch, and he's been playing in behind Muntari, and they've been chasing lost causes for the most part. Whereas UAE in Amir in midfield, number 5, he's got on the ball and just prompted things. Got the ball into Omar, into Mabkut and Khalil, which has given them the platform to go and create opportunities, and Qatar just have never had that platform for this first hour or so.
Safely back to the goalkeeper by Al Mukhtar. Long from Bershan. Came off Salem. last there for a Qatar throw.
It'll be interesting to see if Qatar are more direct. You know, Montari's a big lad. You've just seen the, you know, the challenge on the keeper. The two centre halves don't like really going up for challenge for him. They seem to be coming off second best. Is it a case now for Qatar to try and get that ball wide and get the ball in the box and maybe get on the second balls a little bit more, be a little bit more direct, because the passing approach has certainly worked for the UAE, but not for Qatar.
And Majid really hasn't had the best of games at the back there for Qatar.
First few minutes, he made a mistake in the game. He hasn't really recovered from that. And as a captain, you know, you feel that he would set the tone, and he's not been able to sort his game out in terms of, and because of that, hasn't been able to influence others.
Walid Abbas. Mabkout there. Dispossessed. Ismail Mohammed gets it in field there to Montari. Back for Ismail Mohammed. Spotted a gap at the near post. And a good block that from Majid Nasser. Qatar rallying.
It was a good block, but his position was awful, and that's why Ismail has gone for that near post. I think if he keeps out along the deck, Nasser has a problem, but it was at a decent height for him to make the save.
Al Haidos. Oh, and it's fallen to a red shirt in the box. Majid in there. Scooped over the top, and this 2-goal advantage for the UAE remains intact.
It's a chance from Ismail again, yeah, and Nasser makes a good save to his near post, which he should make, because he just gives him that a little bit of a window of opportunity for Ismail, which he was unable to take.
So, 25 minutes remain here in Australia, Capital Territory, Canberra, on a splendid day.
A splendid day and a splendid game. Yeah, I said I was really looking forward to this game, and I wasn't wrong. I did feel that the two sides, we had lots of attacking players out there, and yes, at the moment, UAE's attacking players have been that much better than the Qatars. But look, there's still plenty of time left in this game.
Al Haidos, shot was blocked, teed up there by Ismail Mohammed. It's in the thick of things so soon after coming on, but the UAE now have it with Ali Mabkout, with Khalil up there with him, and there's going to be no rush here. Abdul Rahman to his namesake Mohammed Abdul Rahman, and then Khamis Ismail. Mohammed, Sankor, Al Haidos, Mohammed, with them plenty more to think about. Around his man again, Ismail Mohammed. That's easy though for Majid Nasser.
Did the first bit brilliantly, Ismail, didn't he? And but just couldn't get his foot around it. So just get it to that far post for Montari to maybe take advantage. The game's getting very stretched now. It's you attack, we attack, and at this moment in time, maybe that suits Qatar a lot better than UAE. Yeah, I don't think it's in United Arab Emirates' nature to defend in numbers, so they'll be wanting to go for that fourth goal to kill the game.
Maqsood.
There's that big long ball up to the front man Montari, but you have to get support up to him. You have to know that there's no point, you know, Ismail trying to show fit to feet. He's got to go and play off that front man.
Ismail Mohammed sends it short. The cross comes in from Abdullah, not remotely successfully though. In the way, Omar Abdul Rahman. And this will be a couple of changes as Mohammed Abdul Rahman departs the fray. He will be replaced by Ismail Al-Hamadi.
Worked very hard, hasn't he, Mohammed? Firstly on the left, and then he moved to the right and worked up and down that line.
And we're going to see the introduction of Majid Hassan as well. And Ahmed Abdul Rahman has done his bit in the engine room for the UAE, is replaced too. So interesting here as Operation Shore Things Up gets underway. Breaks for Omer Abdul Rahman. makes things easier for us. There's 2 less Abdul Rahmans on the pitch.
There's been lots of Abdul Rahmans on the pitch, and to be fair, they've all done pretty well.
Yeah,
that's been the common denominator of the game so far. So, I thought Amir dictated the play, got on the ball, kept it very simple, kept the ball for Emirates, and Mohammed, as I said, worked up and down that line. Every man in UAE know their jobs, and I think that goes down to Mahdi Ali, the coach. You were saying earlier, coming through the under-16, under-20s, he knows what his players are about, and they've gone out and done exactly that, and that's why they're 3-1 up.
And they're playing with a real freedom as well, with Omar Abdul Rahman. That's slotted through for Ismail Al-Hamadi, the substitute, forces Majid into the challenge.
Did well this time. It again went to ground, but again they give the ball away cheaply.
There's a player down. He's only just come on. Ismail Al-Hamadi from the 2014 UAE champions, Al Ahly.
Oh, just a little twist of the ankle there. You just saw as he planted his left foot. It just twisted there. He looks in all sorts of trouble there.
He played 4 years ago in that unsuccessful UAE attempt in Doha. And, well, this isn't a particularly pleasant experience either. Injured just moments after coming on. Al-Haidos. Here's Ismail Mohammed, again tormenting that left-hand side of the UAE defence. Just ran out of room there as he tried to dig the ball back across.
So the positive offences he's coming on down this right-hand side, so plenty of pace. Not sure about his final ball as yet. This time he does get a little bit of luck. The deflection off the defender wins him a corner, but he certainly calls him a problem.
Defended that well. It breaks for Omar Abdul Rahman. He's seeming to break there for the UAE. Tried the long ball forward there, Abdul Rahman. It was cut out. It was very ambitious. Comes now for Ibrahim Majid up against Sankor. Majid cuts inside and then over hits the cross, sadly.
That's where, you feel the UAE, Omar goes for, as you said, an ambitious ball. Just keep the ball. Just take, you just defended the corner well, just take the sting out of the game, but give possession back to Qatar, and that's why you feel Qatar still got an opportunity to get back into this game. The 3-1, so they only did a 2-goal deficit. The next goal, we've heard it before, is so important, but the way this game's gone, if Qatar get that goal, you just feel that UAE could become very nervous.
Useful little flick on there. A couple of strong UAE challenges coming in. Well, they wanted the advantage. UAE didn't want to concede the free kick. It was Hamdan Al-Kamali there. And Kim Jong-hyuk having his work cut out as Qatar look to really dig in.
He's done right. It's a free kick. It's a foul. There's nothing more than that. He's got that right as well. The referee's had a decent game. I don't know why there's any complaints there from either side. It's a free kick to Qatar. And it seems they've gone a little bit more direct. They've had more joy, They've missed out the midfield. They've gone to the front man. He's flicked things on. He's got them up the pitch with certainly more set pieces. And Ismail has come on and had a positive effect. So see if they can make more of their set pieces.
Hassan Al-Haidos has a runner, sends it into the box instead. And not a clean connection, was it Majid there? Just drops into the arms of Majid Nasser. Certainly Al-Mukhtar was throwing himself at it too.
Sometimes you can have too many people in the box. There's 5 or 6 of them all going for the same ball, not finding space. And in the end, they cause each other a problem. So sometimes just put 3 or 4 in the box so you don't close down your own space.
Khalil there for Abdul Rahman. He went for the Hollywood pass again. He had room to maybe take that on himself there, Omar Abdul Rahman.
The thing is, I'm loath to have a go at him for it not coming off, because he sees the pass. There's not many players who would see that and be able to execute. If it comes off, there's another goal-scoring opportunity. So the first thing is to be able to see it. The second is, can you deliver? And I think, for the most part, he can. And so, you don't want to take that away from a player of his sort, that ilk. You want to encourage him to do it more, because if he does get it right, it's invariably an opportunity on goal.
Abbas gave that away. Back heel there from Mohamed. Got it back from Muntari, or that was the intention, certainly. Ends in nothing for the Qataris. They were second in their qualifying group for this competition, behind Bahrain, whereas UAE won their section with something to spare. 10 years ago, pretty much to the day actually, Jamel Belmadi was playing in the African Nations Cup for Algeria.
Dictating play in that midfield, and I bet he wishes he was out there now, because they could do with a calming head.
Well, that's absolutely right. There was a period there after they conceded that third goal to Ali Makbout where I wondered whether they were going to lose their heads completely. He sensed some of the challenges were becoming a little bit rasher and more reckless. But it's looking like a tough test in this section. It's always going to be the case anyway, but certainly if defeat is the outcome here for the Qataris, then they will need something from the Iran match, and that's playing the group favourites and one of the competition favourites.
Good to see Hamadi has recovered from his twisted ankle. Quick corner, and Qatar all switched off.
Got to sleep, the Qataris, and Abdul Rahman is desperate for something to add to his show reel. He tried to bend it into the far corner, but again the Qataris caught napping.
Well, I've been saying he should turn and take shots, and on this occasion, maybe he should look to the far post to pass it on this occasion, because it's just too high for Mapkut on that far post, and that would have put the game to bed. The Qataris just totally switched off. Every single one of them had their back to the corner, and it wasn't until Omar encroached into their own box that they actually reacted, and it was too late.
Kamis Ismail under pressure briefly there. Gives it back to Salem, who's shut down.
Marshall, who's come on and brought a physical presence to that front line.
Hatem. Free kick to the UAE. That's because Majed Hassan was grounded.
It's like getting there, he's running out to take this free kick. Just walk and take your time, get a breather, make sure you get your shape. You're in no rush, you're 3-1 up, you're in control of the game.
Within the last quarter of an hour in Canberra, the UAE poised to return to winning ways at the Asian Cup. It'll be only their second victory in their last 10 at the finals. This competition acts as an excellent warm-up form gauge for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. These two will start a long and no doubt incident-filled road to try and make Russia 2018 in June. Qatar looking useful here with Al Haidos, two in the middle. Al Haidos can't find either of them.
Disappointing from Al Haidos. It's been a positive in this Qatar performance, but he'll be disappointed with that cross.
Again, it's easy to forget, isn't it? Although the Euro is in the way, more focused on European football. World Cup qualifying around the world is arranged differently. It's a long 2.5 year process for Asian countries if they want to make the World Cup finals.
It's an extremely long haul, but
the dream was over for Brazil, for Qatar, a year before the finals, June 2013, when they didn't get beyond the 4th round of Asian World Cup qualifying. Even worse for UAE, they knew they weren't going to Brazil in February 2012. Al Haidos drifting out to the left now. There seems to be this diminishing spirit in the Qatari ranks. Here comes Majed Hassan.
But you have to say that he got a little bit sloppy, not keeping possession.
Hatem looks for the run of Michel Abdullah. More experienced striker on there now for Qatar. Michel from Al Ahly, 30 years of age. His shot is somewhat wasteful, really, in the circumstances from Kuki.
Well, that must have the desired effect as he came on as a second half substitute. But when talking about the front three of UAE, I just have to say Salem and Al Kamali at the heart of their defence have been strong as well. Very solid, reliable.
That's Al Hamadi. Kuki somewhat unbalanced.
Shoulder to shoulder with the strong Hamadi. I thought it was a fair chance. He's come off second best ball up.
That was Abdulaziz Hatem. Ismail Mohammed, no way through for him. Ahmed Khalil will go down as a hero again against Qatar. Likes playing them at the finals of the Asian Cup. Omer Abdul Rahman and then Majed Hassan.
That's much better from UAE, just getting plenty of touch of the ball, making Qatar chase.
Abdul Rahman and then on from Majed Hassan. And Abdul Rahman managing to keep his balance. Falls backwards, but that doesn't matter with the UAE in the position they're in. Another 3 points against Bahrain next up, and that will be them as good as through to the next round.
Abdullah does well there to turn. But you're right, there's a dejected feel about the way Qatar are playing at the moment. Almost a resignation that getting anything out of this game is beyond them.
Al Haidos finds Hatem. Here's Ismail Mohammed. Drags the ball to the far side where it's going to be headed back across, but not close enough to Abdul Hassan as the United Arab Emirates come forward with Omer Abdul Rahman, Al Hamadi, and then Mabkout. Abdul Rahman and Ali Mabkout is away here. Goalkeeper's committed and does well. Credits where it's due there to Kasim Bershan.
Yeah, an important decision and the right decision. We're just popping that ball about. The opportunities to pop that ball in behind will produce themselves, and Omar took full advantage, but Kasim did well.
Ismail Mohammed, headed off by Walid Abbas. And yeah.
End product again, Ismail. He's come on, he's been quick, he's been sharp, but his crossing and his final ball has let him down.
Mabkout. Ismail Al Hamadi. Mabkout. And he might have felt there that Ismail Al Hamadi would have made it a run, a dash, a dart towards that far post. Didn't happen. Once again, it's not necessarily hurting the UAE here.
I think he'd feel disappointed that nobody's thinking of getting in the box. Khalil stood outside the box, and he's already got 2 goals, and if he had a desire to go and get his hat-trick, you'd think he'd make that run, that 20 or 30 yard run, and get in the 6-yard box and stick that in the back of the net and put this game to bed.
Abdulrahman tries to hoist the ball on for Khalil. Despite wait until the World Cup qualifiers start, these players that turn out for Asian Champions League clubs will start the group stage for the 2015 competition in 2 months. Qatar coming no closer to getting another one back. It was a rather tired-looking shot, that, from Abdelaziz Hatem, as Mahdi Ali prepares to make his third and final change, with Habib Al Fardan coming on for Ahmed Khalil, whose 2 goals have paved the way here for the UAE. Header from Hassan, and won almost straight away by Ismail Al-Hamadi for Omar Abdulrahman, and then Al-Hamadi. That's a good-looking challenge, though. And Al-Haidos, 5 minutes to go. Time is of the essence now for Qatar. That's a good ball from Al-Haidos to Ismail Mohammed. Cross hit Abbas. Mohammed retrieves the dropping ball, set up by Trezor Abdullah. The layoff behind Hatem, Abdul Hassan, and he drills it across. It was kind of messed up by Majid Nasser. Came off the outside of the post in the end.
It's fortunate, Nasser. Abdel Karim, haven't seen too much of him in this second half, was prominent in the first half. Again, showing his power and his pace. Getting to the byline, just driving that across. And the hands of Nasser let him down. He knows he should do better.
There's the corner, and there's the missed time punch, really, from Majid Nasser.
Did enough, though, just to redirect it. The important thing is he got it up. And not like in the first time when Qasim punched it down to allow United Arab Emirates to get their equaliser. Got it up and got it away.
Nudged on by Ibrahim Majid, on by Ismail Mohammed. Where's that going to drop? The answer is not kindly for Qatar.
Well, far down, he came on for Khalil's now just gone and sat in front of that back foot. He's just going to sit in that midfield and try and shore things up.
Omar Abdulrahman, what a delightful touch. Flag has stayed down. Ali Mabkout here, has he overrun it? Yes, he has. Well, he could have put the cherry on top there for the UAE.
Great touch from Omar. Terrible touch from Mabkout. He's in and just kicks it straight in front of him. Gives Qasim the chance to make the save and give Qatar minimal hope of getting back into this game.
Oh, Mohammed again, that end product sadly lacking.
It's frustrating, isn't he? He seems like he's got pace, power. He can't find the player with when he gets wide, and then he's done it again.
He's done it again. It's Omar Abdulrahman now who spins away from the challenge.
Yeah, you sometimes.
And here we go with the challenges coming in. That was deemed legal by Maksud, not the earlier one, which has grounded Abdulrahman.
I wonder how the referees actually reacted to that. He had his back to that, and he's actually stopped play. I'm not even sure what happened to Omar there. But it was Ismail who's involved in that. I was just going to say, you know, you wonder sometimes, how is he sub? You know, he's come on, he's had such an impression, and you know why, because his final ball, on not just 2 or 3 occasions, but 4 or 5, 6 occasions has let him down. He must be so frustrating. If he could get that final ball, that's why he would be in the starting 11.
Well, it's gone today for Omar Abdulrahman and his UAE teammates. Al-Hamadi. Abdulrahman clips it over the top, and Habib Fardan was the intended target, but Qasim Pershan will clear his lines again.
He's made some positive decisions, Qasim. He's come out with the ball on the last 2 or 3 occasions. This is a lovely touch from Omar around the corner, and you can see he's onside by the lines of the pitch. But Mabkout's first touch, look at that, that's awful, straight in front of him. And allows Qasim to come out and make the save with his feet.
Oh, you've got to hand it really to Mahdi Ali and the UAE. solid unit.
A solid unit. You've got good players going forward who will score you goals. And the way he set them up, he uses them to full advantage.
Look at the room now. Omar Abdul Rahman. Will Maghboot get his second goal after all? He'll lay it off to Abdul Rahman, who's forced a little wide now. Maghboot still there. They found a way through after all. Omar Abdul Rahman and Ali Maghboot carving through a lacklustre, a dispirited, a defeated Qatari defence to set the seal on an excellent opening day performance and result for the United Arab Emirates. Khalil 2, Maghboot 2. It is 4-1 now.
Yeah, I thought he ducked out, taking that opportunity, Maghboot, but then he gets across the near post and Omar just puts it on the plate for him and he finishes it very nicely. No more than UAE deserve, no more than Maghboot deserves. Yeah, he's missed opportunities, but he's kept going. And as a goal scorer, when you miss opportunities, the best thing to do is go and try and get another one. He's certainly done that, and he's got his reward. That's 2 goals for him. That's 4 for UAE, and that's 3 points in the bag.
4 against 2 inside the area there. The Qataris have a problem, I would suggest, with the dropping of heads.
Yep.
Turned into a comprehensive result here.
It certainly has. And they have been the better side for the most part. You know, they went the goal down, as I said, against the run of play. Reacted well. Yeah, it did take a few mistakes, a few errors in that back line of the Qataris, but they created plenty of chances today, and they've taken 4 of them, and it could have been more.
A fantastic result. The UAE have matched the Socceroos, the hosts, from Friday, and that 4-1 result against Kuwait at the Melbourne Rectangular Stadium. It's one of their best results in the history of the Asian Cup finals. And Maghboot is hungry for more. So's Abdul Rahman. He's caught, and there won't be the luxury of a penalty at the end here for the UAE.
So it sends out a message to other teams in this group. You know, Iran, the favourites of this group before we kicked off. You now take on Bahrain, and they'll know they'll have to go and get a positive result. And you know, that man Omar has been the key to the most of good things that have happened today. This was a good tackle though from Ahmed, just tracking back, just nicked the ball off him before he could get his shot off. But he's been the creative force behind this United Arab Emirates performance, and he's going to be key to them going forward in the tournament.
Majid Hassan for Omar Abdul Rahman.
Also like the way that he's got kicked a few times. He's gone on the ball and they're kicking at his heels. He doesn't want to go down. He wants to stay on the ball. He's not theatrical. I'm very impressed by his performance today.
Hassan and Al Hamadi, that's the 2 substitutes for the United Arab Emirates, and they're going to end this match camped in the Qatari half quite fittingly with a free kick here. They've got 3 extra minutes, by the way, so just 60 seconds of that to go before the UAE can celebrate a Group C opener that has brought 4 goals and 3 points.
I mean, it's been a bad day for Qatar. That's Majid who just gave away that free kick, and as I said, for the first few moments he gave away a free kick, and as captain he set a tone. And they continue to make errors, and they haven't been able to get out of that mindset. So, you know, they'll have to just brush themselves down and come back another day. But they have got the quality to have an effect in this group, to have a positive effect on this group. So they need to go out and win their next game and see where they go from there. But today, it's been a bad day at the office for them. But they come against a side in UAE who I've been very impressed with going forward in terms of their technique, the shape of the team. And he'll be delighted, Mahdi Ali, the way that they've approached this game, to score the 4 goals and to now feel that if they can win their next game, he can rest some key players for that final tournament game, and going forward. That's really important as well to get qualified.
That next game is against Bahrain on Thursday. Qatar will face Iran shortly after, needing a win because the Qataris, the form team really, have lost for only the 2nd time in a year here. And how comprehensively beaten by the United Arab Emirates by 4 goals to 1. Mahdi Ali has masterminded a famous result here for the Emiratis. and they came from behind to do it. UAE winning 4-1. Khalfan Ibrahim got the party started for Qatar in the 22nd minute. Good goal that, but after that it was all downhill for Jamel Belmadi and company. Khalil scored twice either side of half-time. Those goals had been coming because Qatar had looked shaky defensively. And then Ali Mabkout, Ahmed Khalil's strike partner, chipped in with 2 goals of his own. Top scorer in qualifying with 5 goals, bringing that form into the finals of the Asian Cup. So the United Arab Emirates are off to a flyer, it has to be said. Qatar back to the drawing board. Couple of selections, big selection calls made by Jamel Belmadi didn't quite come off here. And the UAE, worthy winners, Leroy.
They certainly were, and that 4-1 scoreline doesn't flatter them at all. They really positive approach to the game. Some delightful play. Have you seen Omar there in your picture with the coach? No surprise that Mahdi Ali has gone to him to congratulate him on his performance. He set the tone, but from back to front, the 2 centre-halves, Al Kamali and Salem, kept it solid, and the front players took their chance.